Wow, so it looks like we finally got our first real-time demo of next-generation hardware. Unreal Engine 5 was just revealed alongside a real-time demo that was indeed running on a PlayStation 5. Let's go over all this and more. How's it going, everyone? It is Only here. Welcome back to another video course, as always. If you just remembered, yesterday I did talk about how Jeff Keighley was teasing an event come here on Wednesday, and it looks like, yeah, I mean, it was pretty, surreal. I've seen a lot of people kind of have mixed reactions to it because it's not a real game, but to me, this is honestly pretty exciting because this is going to shape the way games are made going forward in the next few years that choose to use this engine. And not only that, we just also got a real-time, demo running on next-generation hardware, so kind of two key points there. Lumen in the Land of the Nanite was a demo that was just released, showcasing Unreal Engine 5, but also next-generation technology as well. I'll link the video in the description below. Make sure to go watch it, especially since there's like 4K versions. Does it way more justice than the stream did. Unreal Engine 5 pretty much has two components with it that are kind of going to be pretty groundbreaking. They're kind of in the name as well. Lumen is the first one, which is pretty much going to be going for global illumination. You could see this throughout the demo. That looks really realistic. There's at one point in the demo where the cave kind of blows up and the roof kind of gets exposed and the lighting just reacts naturally as it was. This is completely different from ray tracing, so this isn't even factoring in like hardware ray tracing that's also possible in this demo. I believe Digital Foundry did talk about this and said that this was running at 1440p at 30 frames per second. Of course though, they're not trying to showcase frames per second, they're trying to showcase what this engine can do. Nanite was the second one, which is supposed to, showcase realistic edges to geometry and just geometry itself. They were talking about, I believe at one point, how each pixel's like a triangle, so there's like multi-million pixels, and with that, triangles for all the textures. A big thing they wanted to note was the fact that in the past, you'd have to actually create kind of like two different assets. You draw up like the really photorealistic one, but then you'd have to kind of downscale it for the game. With this new technology, they're hoping that they could just drag and drop, like it's going to be a lot easier. You don't have to make that work to make another asset for that in a way, which would ideally speed up a lot of game development time, especially on that kind of part of the project. Yeah, as I said, this showcase, what next generation will kind of look like here on PlayStation 5 as well. Just brought the demo, you could see how the SSD, especially towards the end when she's flying at insane speeds, and seeing how even things off in the distance have really good detail. Movie CG in real life kind of quality of assets are now going to be pretty much standard, or at least easy to do on games going forward with this technology. I do want to note that Unreal Engine 5 will be available for obviously mobile, current generation hardware, not only just next generation hardware. Obviously the way that we saw it today is utilizing that extra power, but the engine itself will still be available for other platforms. In terms of a timeline, Unreal Engine 5 looks like it's going to be coming out in terms of like a beta or an early release will be early 2021, and then they're eyeing like a full release come later in 2021. So it's going to probably be until like late 2022 that you'd probably see the earliest games using Unreal Engine 5. The good thing is Unreal Engine 4 and 5 are built kind of with compatibility, so that the projects that AAA developers are working right now on Unreal Engine 4, which are a ton of games, they're going to be forward compatible with 5, so it's going to be pretty easy to transfer that stuff over and then utilizing that new engine. So luckily, games that are being developed right now for Unreal Engine 4 for next generation will be able to kind of scale with that, which is exciting. Fortnite from Epic is looking like it's going to be going to Unreal Engine 5 come mid-2021, so they're trying to push it themselves. Just so much quality here and really exciting. Honestly, seeing this, it's making me really excited for next generation. I feel like for a lot of us, I could say that we weren't really seeing next generation yet. Of course, we haven't really gotten to the point where we're seeing next generation games. We couldn't really say that when we only saw cross generation games, but we didn't really get that excitement yet that we did last generation, when already by like February and May we were getting like gameplays of what next generation would look like for PS4 and Xbox One. It's also cool to see, if you actually go back to the original PS4 Unreal Engine demo, that demo looks really dated now. You look at what we're getting now in 2020, or hell, even back in 2018 and 2017, and that blows it out of the water. Like, it's gonna be pretty cool to see how developers utilize this and how it changes game development, and how likely this is gonna look dated by the end of the PS5 generation, honestly. If anything, now more than ever, I really want to see what the first-party studios are working on, PlayStation Studios, like what Guerrilla is doing on Horizon 2 after seeing this. Honestly, I didn't really want more Uncharted, but seeing this demo kind of made me realize that, that new Sony studio that is rumored to be working in collaboration with Naughty Dog, that one that I talked about previously, that's based in San Diego. Kind of want to see what they're doing now. Yeah, just exciting times all around. So yeah, just to reiterate, this isn't a real game. I've had many people question that. Of course, this is just an in-game tech demo. It is still impressive considering this wasn't pre-rendered. This is, you know, actually running on a PS5. They said like literally in the interview that they're literally taking HDMI signal. So this literally is base footage, like what you'd see, pretty much gameplay, yeah. Tim Sweeney also said that they're collaborating with PlayStation 5. That was kind of clear, like with this whole entire demo, they were marketing it as with PlayStation 5. Tim Sweeney pretty much said that what Sony's doing this time around, it isn't just like an impressive GPU or CPU, it's a very balanced machine. In the SSD itself, as we've heard many times as people praised it, that it's really key to the system and that even PCs don't have it yet, and that even if you have two SSDs, like it's still kind of hard to match it. As we know, Sony's SSD apparently, you know, it's more than just the SSD itself. Like the SSD speeds itself are really powerful, but the systems around that SSD, so the whole system will kind of work together as a, you know, universal balanced device. So it's not going to be like bottlenecked by the IO or anything else. Like it's going to be a system that's built around speed, which is really cool, especially seeing the quality of this game. Just to know that next generation we're going to get these kind of games quality wise and still have it very snappy. It's just very exciting all around. But yeah, I guess that's where I'll leave it. A lot of cool details. Just remember to go watch this video if you have not yet seen it. The full gameplay is really glorious, especially if you watch it in like 4K. It looks really good. Make sure to leave your comments and thoughts below. Definitely seems to be, I'd say overall pretty positive, but I have seen people disappointed that this isn't really like a real game. But to be honest, if you did see like an Elden Ring or a Batman revealed today, it wouldn't look as impressive as this, just for the simple fact that that's going to be also running on, you know, current gen software. Those are going to be cross-generation games. Not to say that those games won't be great, but this really shows us what a true next generation game will look like when you leave that stuff behind and you focus on the new hardware. So exciting times ahead. It looks like Sony's bound to show a reveal, you know, here in a few weeks. We already got the, you know, announcement that Ghost of Tsushima will be showing off a gameplay demo tomorrow, which I'll probably live stream on my Twitch channel, which I'll link, of course, as well in the description below. Yeah, with that out of the way, it looks like they're due for a reveal here, probably here in early June, so that'll be exciting. The summer is only just getting started, and it looks like we're due for a pretty exciting few months ahead. I've been Online or Brandon. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at OnlineZhD, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.
It's time to see what's next.